All right, kiddos, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about some specific problem solving with division. Let's take a look at this first scenario. Sean and his crew operate a fishing charter company. A charter company for fishing would mean like what they do is they take guests out on their big boats and they take them fishing offshore. Some of you guys probably know what that means. You've probably done it before. They caught a blue marlin. If you don't know what a blue marlin is, they're absolutely beautiful, beautiful fish, saltwater fish, and an amberjack. An amberjack, I'm not as familiar with what an amberjack looks like, although I have eaten amberjack before. The weight of the blue marlin was 12 times as great as the weight of the amberjack. I want to think about that for a second. I'm going to read that sentence again, and I want us to think about what that means. The weight of the blue marlin is 12 times as great as the weight of the amberjack. Okay? This tells me that the blue marlin is way bigger than the amberjack. The amberjack must be a smaller fish because it says here that the blue marlin is 12 times the size of the amberjack. And then it goes on to give us a little more information. It says that the combined weight of both of the fish put together is 1,014 pounds. Now that's important information, all right? The weight, the combined, that means that put together, both fish weighed, when we add their weights together, they weighed 1,014 pounds. Now, I know that you can see the question, but I hope you're inferencing what the question probably is going to be. They probably want to know what each fish weighs. How much did each fish weigh? Yes, we can figure this out, but it takes a little thinking. So the first thing we need to identify is what in the world are we trying to figure out? Well, we're trying to figure out the weight of each fish. This is a very important problem, guys. Please, please, please take some time to pause the video and write this down because you're going to see this again. They love to ask questions like this. All right. What information am I given? All right. Well, the stuff I'm given. So first of all, they don't tell me what either one of the fish weighs, but they do tell me some information. They do tell me that the blue marlin is 12 times bigger than the amberjack. So I know that the blue marlin, I'm going to abbreviate if that's okay. The blue marlin is 12 times bigger than the amberjack. I know that. And then they tell me that their combined weight, the blue marlin and the amberjack, their combined weight I'm dealing with is 1,014 pounds. I'm going to use the abbreviation for pounds as LB. Plan to solve. Okay, now I'm going to show you. First of all, this might be a little bit hard to understand in the beginning. So I'm going to draw myself a picture. I'm going to draw myself a little picture, okay? So the amberjack, okay, let's just say that this green square represents the amberjack, all right? Well, given our information, we already know that the blue marlin is 12 times bigger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 12 squares that are kind of the same size as this to represent how the blue marlin is 12 times bigger, okay? Bear with me. I'm not perfect. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just, again, bear with me. 8, 9, ran out of room, sorry. 10, 11, 12, okay? I know that they're not really all the same size, but that's really okay. It's not such a big deal, okay? So, I know that the amberjack weighs this much and the blue marlin has to weigh this much. The question is, what is that? Well, I'm going to continue on the next page, if I may. I'm going to flip over because I'm just out of space here, okay? Actually, what I might do, this might be easier. I'm going, just so that we can continue, and I don't have to flip over. That way we can continue to look at my model, and then you can flip over and do this on the back side of your page if you need to. You can actually like watch the video, pause for a minute, watch the video, and then go back and fill in your journal. All right, so all together, we know that this amount has to equal 1,014 pounds because we said that the combined weight of the blue marlin and the amberjack is 1,014 pounds. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see, okay, well, how many boxes do I have all together? Like all together, there would be 13 boxes, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 1,014, all right? And I'm going to find out how much each one of these boxes is worth, okay? Divided by 13. And that will at least give me the weight of the amberjack, and it will give me the weight of what each one of these boxes should be, okay? So I'm going to start with my regular long division. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check. 13 will not divide into 1. 13 will not even divide into 10, but 13 will divide into 101. So I've got to think, you know, 13 is kind of, it's compared to 101, it's kind of a smaller number. So I know I could probably choose a little bit bigger of a number. So I'm just going to start with 13 times 5, and let's see where we're at. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. 65. Nope. I can go a bit higher. 13 times 6. 6 times 3 is 24. Wait, sorry. What am I saying? It's not 24. It's 18. 6 times 1 is 6, plus 1 is 7. Again, I can go a little higher. 13 times 7. 7 times 3 is 21. Carry the 2. 7 times 1 is 7. 8, 9. Oh, okay, 91. It looks like that's probably going to be the highest. If I go 13 times 8, man, I'm going to be way over, aren't I? Because 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 8, or 8 times 1 is 8, 9, 10. Yeah, it's a little much, isn't it? Okay, but I'm going to keep all these here because I might need them in a minute. So for now, for what I'm doing, dividing into 101, the best choice, best division decision is going to be to use 7. So I've done my division. I'm going to multiply. I already kind of did that over here. So I know that 7 times 13 is 91. And I'm going to do some subtraction. Okay, 1 minus 1 is 0. Now I've got to do a little regrouping here, but that's all right. That's not a big deal. We know how to do that. 10 minus 9 is 1. Did my subtraction. Now I'm going to bring down the 4. Oh my goodness. Because I kept all my work over here, guess what? I already know. I don't even have to go. I'm like, look, I already know that 13 times 8 is 104. So, boom. That's why I like 2-digit divisors, because you might end up coming off to the side doing a little extra math, but it's also worth it because you kind of get through a little quicker. So 8 times 13 is 104. I have no remainder, so I know that my quotient is 78. That means, this actually means that each one of these boxes represents 78, because altogether there's 13 boxes altogether, right? 1 plus 13, or 1 plus 12 equals altogether 13. So I can divide the combined weight, because these two together weighed 1,114. Then when I divide 1,114, I know that each one of these boxes weighs 78. So 78, 78, 78, 78. And I'm actually going to write it in here just because I like for you kids to be able to see it, because I know that sometimes these problems are hard to visualize. And even the amberjack. So guess what? We've got an answer. We know that the amberjack for sure weighed 78 pounds. Now all we have to do is find out is how much the blue marlin weighed. Well, that's easy for us to do because guess what? We already know how to multiply. So we have 78 times 12. 78 times 12. And the reason why I'm going to say it times 12 is, well, because for two reasons. Number one, it already said up here that the blue marlin was 12 times bigger than this. And that just means that I would do 78 times 12. Or I could add these up 12 times. Well, I'm not going to waste my time doing that. You can if you want to, but I'm not going to. So I'm just going to come over here on my sticky note, and I'm going to, actually I'm going to flip my sticky note over, and I'm going to do my multiplication. 78 times 12. So I know that 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. So now I'm done with this. And I'm going to come over and put my 0, my placeholder. 1 times 8 is 8, and I know that 1 plus 7 is 8. So now I'm going to go ahead and add this up, okay? So I have 6 plus 0 is 6. 8 plus 5 is 13. 8 plus 2, 8, 9, 10 is 10. Wait a minute, that doesn't seem right. That's not correct. What did I do? So 78 times 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 78 times 12 is, oh, geez, good boys and girls. Did you catch my mistake? Did you see what I did? I sure hope that you're screaming at this video right now and finding my mistake. Shame on Miss Kanak. Shame on her. 78 times 12. So 2 times 8 is 16. So 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. All right. Now I'm going to put my placeholder 0. All right. So 1 times 8 is 8. 1 times 7 is 7. Did you see my mistake? Did you already see it? Boom. Hello. It looks like I regrouped when I really didn't even need to. Okay. 13, 7, 8, 9. Hello. Now it makes sense. But I'm glad I caught my mistake because look, I got a wrong answer by making a really dumb, careless mistake. That's why I'm not going to redo the video, because I wanted you to see I made a dumb mistake because I was just going too fast and not paying careful attention, and I ended up regrouping when I didn't even have to. But I'm glad I caught that because this amount was bigger than the actual combined weight, and that didn't make any sense, did it? I know that that answer isn't reasonable. I know that no matter what, even though the blue marlin weighs more than the amberjack, the blue marlin has to be less than the combined weight of both fish. So there we have it. So the blue marlin weighed 936 pounds, and the amberjack weighed 78 pounds. Thanks for bearing with me, even though I made a silly mistake, but I think it's important for you guys to see that. I think it's important for you to help me catch these mistakes. If you guys were here face to face, I bet you all would have been screaming at me, and I hope you were on the video too. Have a great day and enjoy division.